So you guys have, like I said, have just come in. You've told those people upstairs to stay upstairs or there's going to be trouble, and you were about to head down into the basement. So what are you guys going to do as I move your tokens onto that map and into position? What are you guys... How are we approaching? I think everybody is in the building by now.
Haunted House was jumped directly into one of his fly spy drones, and it was perched on the windowsill.
Yonkers is going to...
Go ahead, House. You are jumped directly into it. Are you going to be monitoring that and keeping... Is Haunted House going to stay in the van the whole time?
For now, he's going to stay in the van.
All right.
I think I had summoned a fire spirit at the end of last time. If you want to give me a thing for that.
All right. As you guys tell me what you're doing, I will throw up a fire spirit for you to be in control of. What force was it?
I think it was 5. I'm not entirely sure.
We will go with 5. All right. So, how are you guys making your approach?
I was coming in behind Yonkers, just doing cover. Kind of covering him.
I guess Yonkers has point. He's going to click on the flashlight of his assault shotgun.
All right. And you guys are headed down into the basement then, I take it?
Yes, I believe so.
Correct.
All right. So who's headed down the stairs first?
Yonkers.
All right. Well, as you go down the stairs, it's kind of dark where you are right now, and on the first floor, there's no lights on in this building, at least on the first floor, because the first floor is totally just kind of trashed and empty, and broken boxes and debris and everything is just it's definitely hasn't been lived in or used or occupied in a long time, at least the first floor. So everything's quite dark, and the flashlight on your gun is very, very helpful in getting over and around all of this debris. And you head down into the stairs, and things start cleaning up down there, and there's a little bit of light on down there. But once you get down to the bottom, give me a perception test, or roll your perception.
Yonkers gets a perception of 4. He's very vigilant.
Case gets
Am I coming through, Claire?
Yep, I can hear you. Yeah, looks like... Okay, so as you're coming down the stairs... Sorry about that. But as Yonkers is coming down the stairs, everyone, actually, all 3 of you guys notice, before you get to the bottom of the stairs, that there's a shimmer, kind of a translucent shimmer right at the bottom of the stairs that kind of blocks the whole... bottom of the stairs. Davros would have immediately recognized this and actually probably been looking for it as the same location as the barrier that he saw in the astral plane when he was doing his astral recon.
All right, Davros is going to walk. He was in the back, so he's just going to kind of walk up to the front and they'll look at it, and he's going to turn back to Yonkers in case and say, "Do you want me to see if I can get through it?"
Is it a physical barrier?
I don't think so.
Now, you can sense it again if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll sense it again. 2 successes.
It's, you've definitely seen it. You can definitely, you're 100% sure that this is the same barrier that you saw before. But you're still not any closer to realize, like, its manipulation spell of, which is very obvious because all barrier spells are manipulation spells, but you're still not sure whether this is like a physical or a mana barrier or exactly what it is yet.
Could I shake my head in frustration and try to sense it again?
Yes, you can with a -1 to your die pool.
4 successes.
Okay, well, after you kind of clear your head and focus, you're able to kind of really hone in on what you're looking at, and you can tell that it's a pretty powerful barrier. In game terms, it's a 4/6 barrier, and you can tell that it is a 4/6 physical barrier that has been put up at the bottom, at the base of the steps there.
All right. Well, I will relay that it is in fact a pretty strong physical barrier to Yonkers in case.
All right, we'll get back up here. It won't be a physical barrier for long.
Now remember, Yonkers would know that counterspelling. I mean, you can counterspell any kind of a spell, so that would be one approach. Yes, you can force your way through it, but a more kind of, elegant approach for a mage might be to try to counterspell it.
Well, why don't you hold off on that trigger finger there, Yonkers, and let me try something first.
All right, all yours, kid.
All right, I'm going to try and counterspell with my magical skills. See if I can get through the barrier or take it down.
You the magical machinations of this barrier, the way it's entwined with the physical and astral plane, it's very, very deftly performed, and Davros just wasn't able to make any headway in kind of weakening it. Maybe it's the distraction of all this strange magical energy around him that is causing him difficulty in general, or what, but he's definitely having difficulty.
Okay. Well, I guess same thing with the ascending. He will shake his head, try to focus, and he will try to do it again. Okay. 2 successes.
Yeah, you're just still not making any headway. But after that, you hear someone say, "Oh, there seems to be somebody trying to enter into my humble lab here. Hello out there, who is it?"
Yonkers clicks off his light.
"Hello, anybody? I know you're there."
Devor's just gonna look back at Yonkers and wait to see if he's gonna do anything.
I wave people to corners.
It's at this point with the guy you're hearing talk has a very strange kind of eerie sounding voice, and it's raspy and kind of switches between being high pitched and elderly sounding and definitely kind of like crazy old man kind of sounding, and it's at this point then you start to notice that the lights inside are actually flickering. If you didn't notice before, this sort of punctuates his voice, and everything you start to suddenly feel the unnerving eeriness of the area around you. Almost the flickering lights are throwing almost living shadows on the wall. There's uneven heat signatures from inside the walls that have the same effect if you've got thermographic vision going on. Everything has a pervasive feeling of wrong, of sickness and poison. And it's the same feeling you felt when you first stepped through the doors outside, but it's just stronger here, stronger and stronger the further you go. Davros would be keenly aware of this wrong feeling. And then that raspy voice that out of the darkness just keeps calling to you says again, 2 things are infinite, the universe and human stupidity. And I'm not sure about the universe. Do you know who said that?" And the voice...
Albert Einstein.
"You're a learned one, aren't you?"
Little bit.
"If you continue along this course, you will also prove how infinite human, or metahuman in this case, stupidity really is. Choose wisely and leave now."
Maybe I'm just good old-fashioned stubborn.
I don't know. Stubbornness... It's not a redeeming quality.
Did everybody get back? Sort of away?
I jumped. I got back behind Yonkers when I looked at him first time.
So who do I have the pleasure of addressing?
I am just a humble scientist here in my lab down here. The people around have taken to calling me the Founder. And I like that name, so I've taken it as well.
I see. Well, we're down here to hit the data stores in this old facility.
Oh, well, all this here is mine. All the data, all of the lab, everything is mine. You're not going to be allowed to take all of that. I really have a lot of work to do, and I suggest that you leave. So please move on. Please go ahead.
All right, well, while he's talking, I double tap the force wall thing with my shotgun. We'll see how well it takes to it.
All right, sure. Go ahead and roll your, your firearms.
2 successes, and I'm double tapping, so looks here like my damage value is 14, 15. Sorry, looks like we're actually looking at 17. The deal's messing up again. I need to check something. All right, yeah, we're looking at 17.
All right, so that's the adjusted damage value?
Correct.
Well, it looks like you have blasted with that double tap with the shotgun. You blasted through the barrier, and as soon as that happens, you hear sort of a hiss from the man that was speaking to you from the shadows, and he says, "You really did seem as a decent sort. I hate to kill you, so I suggest you leave now."
Well, I'd hate to kill you. You seem like a decent sort, but I got a paycheck and rent to make.
You hear a sigh, and you might as well roll initiative. Yonkers can go ahead and go.
So you said the this whole down here is all lit?
It's lit well enough. You as an elf would definitely be able to see fine. So the flickering lights shouldn't distract you too much.
Okay. So just going off the layout here, can you ping where that astral barrier was?
It was right at the bottom of the stairs. So basically where your token is right now.
Okay.
And it's been destroyed. You saw it fizzle away. It's gone.
All right. So just from what I can see down here immediately, there's nothing.
There's nothing.
All right. Yonkers is going to run to the nearest corner at the edge of the hall and use a simple action to, I believe, take cover. Yep. And just peek around the corner, see what we got.
Would you like to take a detailed look, or are you just looking to see if you see anything?
I figure between running over there, hugging the wall, and he's just going to do the corner eye check to make sure that he has no silhouettes down there that he needs to be plugging full of holes next pass.
Yeah, at your first... once you just look down the hall around the corner, you don't see anything immediately obvious down the hall. The hallway looks clear. So you've still got a simple action that you can use because you haven't observed in detail or anything, but the hallway looks clear.
Is there still like an Overwatch action where I can just sort of say I'm keeping an eye down the hall to make sure nothing shows up?
I don't know that there is one explicitly, but I can say that's fine. You can be watching down there, and I'll let you know if anything if anything pops out, and I'll give you the opportunity to use your simple action if you'd like.
That would be wonderful.
So the spirit's going to go... The spirit has a turn. I guess it's going to not do anything. It doesn't have any orders. So now it's Case's turn.
Case will run out in a crouch and check right there. Undercover, kind of check this area, make sure nothing comes out here behind Yonkers.
All right, so are you're looking inside that room there?
Yes, from cover.
Are you trying to observe in the room, or like explicitly look for anything? I'm asking if you're going to use a simple action to observe the room in detail.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and roll a perception test.
3 successes.
Okay, well then you see that there is a dude in there. I will reveal him to you. Hold on. He's an old man, and he's got boils and pustules all over his body and whatnot, and he's kind of he's hiding behind where he is right now. And
Okay, and that was simple action for cover and one for to observe, right?
correct. So you are done, Davros.
All right, I'm just going to follow Case. I was basically just waiting to see where that voice comes from. So other than just walking up behind them and looking around, I'm just gonna hold my action.
All right. Now, unless Case is going to take a free action to tell everybody what he just saw, nobody else is aware of where this guy is.
No, I know. I'm not doing it because I see the guy. I'm just doing it because I'm following.
That's fine. I'm just reminding you, basically. So your movement is free. So are you going to... You're saving?
I'm just going to... Yes.
Got it.
Over the radio, over the comms real quick, say, found him.
All right. Case needs to roll his logic plus willpower.
3 successes.
Okay. Then nothing happens. It's Yonker's turn.
All right, so he said he found him, but I'm not sure where, I found him exactly means. But I guess, Yonkers is going to look back behind him and since Case is behind him, and we'll take the hazard, logical deduction that Dingleberry is in the lab. He's going to use a free action to switch the Mossberg over to full auto, and then start yelling. All right, Mr. Founder, we're already inside. Now, we can get what we want, and you can suffer us no more once we leave, or we can just see which of us is a little bit stupider for picking this fight. So, what you say?
All of that is going to be your action. Is that's what you want to say?
Yep.
All right. Spirit's turn, and he has not been given a command yet. Would you like to use an action, Davros complex action, to give him a command?
Since I'm standing behind Case, can I see what he... once he said I see him or found him, can I see what he's talking about? So do I see him since I'm standing behind him?
You can try to see him. You'd have to use a simple action to observe in detail, because the guy's kind of hiding behind stuff right now.
I'll observe in detail.
All right. Do you have any... Give yourself a -1 unless you have low light compensation.
I do have low light compensation.
Okay. So you don't get the modifier. Go ahead and roll your perception.
2 successes.
You see him.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, then I'm going to use my spirit's optional power, which is fear, and tell him to put the fear of God in this man hiding behind the lab and stuff.
All right. All right. Well, then the spirit is going to... You guys see, anybody who's downstairs in the lab would see a spirit of fire manifests right here in the middle of this lab and points at the guy that's behind the lab table. Go ahead and roll the fear power.
You rolled 1. Just a bad roll.
So it pointed and it, roared at the founder. The guy calling himself the founder. Case's turn.
Case withholds action.
All right, Case needs to roll his, or Davros needs to roll his willpower plus logic.
6 successes.
Oh, holy moly. Well, I still beat you.
Oh my gosh.
So suddenly, you get the intense and sudden sensation that small bugs of all different kinds are just crawling all over your entire body, scurrying around and just crawling in and out of your like mouth and nose and in your clothes, and it's incredibly distracting, as you might imagine. You can smell them. The ones that are getting around your mouth, you can it tastes like bugs and all insects and everything. You can feel everything. You're going to immediately lose 2 from your initiative score, which won't affect you this round, but you're going to lose that at the beginning of each combat turn while this spell is remaining active.
All right, Case. Does Case notice this, or do you want me to roll for that?
Just give me a quick perception test to see if you notice, since this is happening so quickly.
1 success.
I'm gonna say no.
All right, then Case does absolutely nothing and is still holding action.
All right, so both Case and Davros need to make a willpower plus logic roll.
4 successes.
All right, Davros is fine.
6 successes.
All right, you guys both are not affected, but you did notice. You do notice a very disgusting pile of like green brown water that's sludging and thick and has lumps of something inside of it moving all around, and it's some sort of, reminiscent of a water spirit maybe, but it's very twisted and disgusting, and it has appeared, and it pointed itself and looked directly at the two of you, and you're able to resist that it's trying to influence you in some way. Yonkers is now able to go.
I'm assuming that they've made quite a commotion at this point, and Yonkers is going to yell, "Watch your heads," and is going to let out a burst. Was it narrow 3-round burst into through the wall? Still rolled 3 successes at -6.
All right. Now, so let's see. You're shooting through a wall.
Correct.
Let me find out what the nature of this wall is. So what's your modified damage value?
I'm throwing 17 at least. Yeah, 17 because I didn't double tap.
All right. So you shoot through the wall. The bullets definitely go through. The flechette makes some blasts some through, and you get. He's resisting now. I rolled 0 dice. Sorry. Well,
I was about to say, I'm really happy to see 0 successes.
all right. So you hit him, and he lets out a yell, "Rah!" But he's
How the hell is he rolling 30 dice? Jesus Christ.
And he yells out, "You have made a huge mistake!"
Is there a hole in the concrete now, or whatever it is I shot through?
Yes. Actually, there's a small hole of about, probably about a half-meter hole, actually. All right, it's the spirit's turn. And it manifests. And that's it.
Okay, what about my interrupt?
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. Thank you.
And I just noticed, and I'll re-roll if you want, but I'm firing 3 rounds, so I got 1 no, never mind, that's right.
Didn't it already manifest?
Well, you commanded it to manifest. It has. Oh, yeah, you're right. I did say it manifested, didn't I? Okay, so when, on its turn, it will use its action to do what you told it to do. All right. And so you got 2 hits.
Yes.
And you missed. The spirit is going to... You said you wanted it to use what power now?
It was fear.
Right, on the founder?
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and roll that.
4 successes.
Ooh. All right, you fail. Or it fails. He is not afraid.
All right.
Case. Actually, I feel like I should have subtracted. I don't think you have any more turns.
Did you subtract when I withheld my action? I didn't have my screen up to see. I rolled a 14 and I took 1 action.
Okay, yeah, then you're up again.
All right, he's going to take aim and fire this time. So what? +1 for aim, right?
Correct.
2 successes.
You miss.
Okay, he gets on the radio with the rest of his action and his free action, and radios what he's seeing to everyone. The slime monster and where the guy's hiding. And the big hole in the divider wall.
Case needs to roll his willpower plus logic again.
5 successes.
All right, Case, you suddenly come up with an idea on your own. You think, and you feel very strongly about this, by the way. Case feels like really he should probably put down his weapon and start convincing everybody else on his team that they need to surrender. So you can do that on your next turn. It's time for everybody to roll initiative.
Okay, Haunted House is going to roll and enter initiative.
All right. Is your token...
25.
Okay. I need to put your token on this map, don't I?
Well, I'm up on the 2nd floor, so I need to move my drone down.
Yeah, but I got to give you something to interact with the world with.
I wonder, can I re-roll if I blitz?
Blitzing makes you go first, right?
No, I think that sees the initiative. Blitz gives you you roll all 5 initiative dice.
Yeah, I'll say you can. Don't re-roll, though. I would say that it probably makes more sense for you to roll the dice that the extra dice. And just
looks like a 5.
The founder's going first. Indirect. Okay, roll reaction plus intuition for Yonkers.
Is this like a defend? Is this a dodge roll? Defend roll?
Yes, he's flinging something at you, so to speak. Let me find.
Holy bejesus, Batman!
Jeez.
So you're resisting 8 physical damage. He points at you through the hole that just appeared in the wall. He kind of like whips back and then points his hand at you, all of his fingers, and out of his hand shoots this powerful spray of acid right at you.
Okay. I have that urban survival thing that has the chemical radiation stuff on it. So I think that the urban survival is a 12.
The urban survival is a 12, and you got the radiation enhancement, so it doesn't protect against the chemical, but you definitely, yeah. So you have, I think it's actually 11.
All right. And then I have the PPP stuff on, so if I'm at 11, that's 14, 18 dice.
If it's got the helmet, it's 10 for the jumpsuit plus 2 armor for the helmet.
All right, so I need to roll 2 more dice.
Oh, yeah. Okay, roll 2 more dice.
Yonkers only resists 3 of the damage.
All right, so you have 5 physical. You also need to reduce the armor rating of that jumpsuit by 1, as the acid is eating away at it.
No worries, I have something else that I need to be dealing with.
Next up is Yonkers. She's got smashed with acid.
Yonkers is suddenly very pissed. He wants to put his hand through the wall. Yonkers is going to come around to the wall and do a called shot double tap for vitals. So that's going to be -5. And he's going to do a free action for the switch, but essentially Yonkers now is going to just keep pulling down the trigger till this guy falls down. And I'm going to edge this because reasons. Also, are we in a location where I can get the targeting stuff, smart gun?
Yes. You guys all helped set up a better wireless, underground wireless network for the Matrix here in the containment zone, remember?
2 successes, and he is at... did I mention changing choke? I don't remember.
I don't remember hearing it.
Alright, do you mind if I call it or don't?
I'm gonna say that's fine. Go ahead.
Alright, he goes to his normal medium choke in this sort of situation, so he's at -3 for dodge.
You missed.
Ah, fudge muffins. Okay. Free action. No, I've already done my free action. Never mind.
Change the choke.
Yeah. Though I guess, well, he could move out of the way, but I don't think that's going to be his way.
All right, House. It's your turn, Haunted House, in your drone. Now what you notice as your drone is getting ready and getting geared up to do whatever he's going to do, you start to notice that the people that were upstairs start standing up and carefully moving towards the stairs.
Okay, for a simple action, I'm going to verbally shout through the drone, Ares Firewatch team, stand down, and then I'm going to pilot the drone hastily toward the stairwell.
When you yell, as you're moving through down the hallway, after you yell, you hear a woman upstairs scream back and said, Ares Firewatch doesn't scare the dreck out of us. We can take anybody. She sounds crazed. So where is the drone headed?
He's going to be moving down to the ground floor for this turn.
All right. You could probably get anywhere on the ground floor, so whatever you feel like doing there, that's fine.
I'm going to just have it hold position there since, in this case, speaking electronically through a drone, I feel like would be using a simple device, which is a simple action, and then trying to take a somewhat complicated piloting test would be another simple action.
All right. Go ahead and roll the Fire Spirit's fear again.
Oh, 0 successes.
All right. Davros needs to roll his willpower plus logic.
4 successes.
Oh, you're not going to like this one. Davros suddenly has a brilliant idea. He thinks that, especially after he just heard, or actually he hasn't heard Case do anything yet, right? But it doesn't matter because he still has this brilliant idea that he just got, which is things really are going pretty well right now, so you really feel like you could handle the rest of this whole situation without a fire spirit, and you feel like it's a pretty good idea to just go ahead and release your fire spirit.
Awesome.
Now, it is your turn, and I will tell you that you, and Case will get to do this too on his turn, you can resist if you roll willpower plus logic again, but if you fail to resist again, then you'll... this is, by the way, a liberal interpretation of the rules. I'm being nice to you guys. If you resist again, or if you're able to resist fully, then you will not have to do it. But if you fail, you will have to do what the suggestion has been made.
I suppose I can't know the number.
Nope, just roll your willpower plus logic again, and I'll tell you if you got it.
5 successes.
All right, you do actually manage to resist. You kind of like come out of it like this is an idea you had. Oh, I'm just gonna get rid of my fire spirit. I'm gonna take this guy out take the spirit and this guy out the rest of the way. I got no problems. And then suddenly you're like, whoa, wait a minute. Doesn't make any sense. And you don't have to do it. And yeah. But it's your turn. No, wait. I think that is... No, I think it's your turn. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm going to command my fire spirit after realizing how stupid it would be to let him go to instead attack the mage, whatchamacallit, whatever his name is, the founder. So I'm going to have him use his elemental attack.
You have a simple action. That was your command.
Yeah, I'll hold my simple action.
It's Case's turn, so I'll let him roll the same willpower and logic.
4 successes.
Oh, 4 hits. That's good. Case has kind of a similar experience. He's like, you know what? I really think we should surrender here. Everything we should just, and then it snaps into your head like, what? That doesn't make any sense at all. Why would I even do that? And you can act normally.
All right.
That's the. By the way, that's the one time that I will allow you guys to do that from now on, because I actually just looked it up. You guys should only get to do that on subsequent ones. But since I had Davros do it, I'm letting you do it. From now on, the first action you take has to be to follow the influenced command, and then on subsequent complex action or on subsequent turns, you can do something like resist.
Well, I was really looking forward to hearing Case tell us to put down our weapons.
Yeah, I had it all worked out too. It was going to be fun. All right, so he just continues firing away at the sludge.
All right.
So I'm going to do another aimed burst fire. Or burst fire is a complex action, right?
Correct.
Semi-auto. All right, we're going to do semi-auto, which is going to take 4, so I still don't have recoil. And he gets 4 successes.
You hit. What's one net hit? What's the modified damage value?
8p, 9p total.
All right. Modified damage value is less than... no. All right. You did no discernible damage. The Founder's turn.
I'm going to go ahead and use my interrupt action.
Okay.
I'm going to recklessly spellcast Mana Bolt at the Founder.
All right.
3 successes.
All right, it's a Mana Bolt, so he rolls his willpower, correct?
Yes.
Plus his edge, of course. And plus his counterspelling.
Right. Well.
You miss. Or, it doesn't do anything to him.
All right.
It's Yonker's turn.
I think I'm just going to try and put another 2 in his noggin. So, free action, I'm going to switch the choke to narrow and boom, boom. So, cold shot, vitals, and double tap. Oh, and as a simple action, I'm going to activate my adept Wuju.
All right. Double tap. Is that a simple action?
No, it's a con. Sorry, I'm going to just do a single shot, not the double tap.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm getting myself mixed up here.
That's all right.
Alrighty, that helps a lot.
Oh, you got an extra 4 agility from your attribute boost. But
4 successes to hit him.
oh, never mind. You got it figured out. 4 hits. Okay. Oh, I can't believe that. This is one of those cases where if we were playing face to face, I'd like lift up the GM screen and show you my dice because I didn't roll this open. But I just rolled 21 dice and I only got 1 hit. So you hit him.
Wonderful. So he can take a healthy, what is that? 17 physical. No, not 17, 19 physical.
All right, let me pull out my edge cheat sheet here to see if there's any fancy things that I can do to help him resist the damage. Really, no. All I can do is the normal edge stuff. Well, you better believe that he will do that.
That's fine. I would really like it if he just died.
So 17 physical.
19 physical.
It's a base damage of 17?
I did the cold shot for vitals, which ups my damage by 2.
Oh, right. Shotguns!
I hear they're good.
Alright, well, he's got his armor, his body. It's plus
Remember
4.
There's that plus 4.
Oh my goodness. I think he's still dead. 9 hits. It was 19. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So he falls down, dead, and the toxic mass of watery nastiness blinks out of existence, and you guys are out of combat. He flies back onto the ground, and he's a pool of messy, bloody guts and bones and dismembered body parts from that massive blast of a shotgun.
Serves him right.
All right, you guys are out of combat. What happens next?
Heads up, guys.
Yonkers keep
The people on the second floor are hostile.
Yonkers empties the clip into the founder.
Okay.
Haunted House
Has,
is going
Kate-
to look for the stairwell to go down into the basement.
Yeah, that's no problem. You can get into the basement easy as pie.
Has
Okay,
Case,
Oh, go ahead, Case.
I just was wanting to know if I have seen any obvious icons this whole time. He is an AR.
Nope.
What happened to the water spirit?
It just vanished. Once that guy died, it vanished.
Alright, kids. Case, start scrambling the place. I'll make sure we don't have any unwanted guests down the stairway. Start moving.
I'm gonna tell my spirit to go back to the astral plane.
All right, Case will start looking around for any nodes down here. Is your flying eye down here yet?
It's on its way down. As soon as it gets into the basement, I'm going to have it do a search as well.
Okay. So yeah, we'll both be searching for the node we're looking for, whatever it is that we're here to find.
All right, give me both of you a perception plus intuition. Do you want to teamwork this?
Yeah. Do you mind if I serve as the leader, because I'm going to get a boost since I'm jacked into the drone?
It works.
All right, so Case, roll your perception.
3 successes.
Five successes for haunted house.
All right, so as you're looking around, there's a lot of lab equipment in there. You know, some metal cabinets and some glass. You know, glass cabinets. Glass doored cabinets up above, and there's stuff in it. There's metal cabinets down below with, stainless steel countertops and everything. And all this is distinctly cleaner than the above floor. Like, it's definitely been kept up. But you notice that one cabinet seems to be just a little bit different than the other ones, but it's locked. It's definitely sort of a kind of electronic lock. It's electronic in nature. You'd have to roll a hardware test to get it open. So yeah, you'll need to. Case will have to try to get it open.
2 successes.
Yeah, it's a pretty tough lock to get open. You don't seem to be able to get it open. You can try again with a -1 if you want.
All right, I'll give it another try. 2 successes.
Yeah, you seem to be having a lot of trouble getting this open.
All right, I call out. I don't see any icon, or can I do a perception test on the lock to see if there's any hidden icon within the matrix?
Go ahead. You can try to look. Yeah.
2 successes.
Yeah. You can definitely. There's no icons or anything. You feel pretty confident about that, but you actually, after looking at it and everything, you can tell that what does make this thing different is that it's a shielded cabinet. So you're pretty sure that this is the cabinet, but you're also sure that even if there were wireless signals in there, it probably wouldn't be able to get out. So you're going to have to try to force it open, or continue to try to work on it with the hardware with a -2 if Case is doing it.
All right,
I will come into the building.
If you think you can open this, I'll give it another try while you're on your way in.
Otherwise, we're gonna have to
well, you may want to. Where is this cabinet? That doesn't matter. Anyway, yeah, you may want to come over here with the crowbar. I'm going to go ahead and give it one more try, though. And I think I'm going to go ahead and pre-edge this one.
Okay.
Can we ping where the thingy is? The cabinet?
Okay. I'm going to exit the vehicle and come into the building. I'm going to come in armed with a drone at my side.
Hold position. I'll fall back to him. I think I can open it.
It's just one of the cabinets inside that large lab area.
All right. Well, then I'm not having to move far. Yonkers reaches into the magical murder bag and pulls out his crowbar.
And I get no successes.
Yeah, you just can't manage to get it open. Go ahead and give me a locksmith test.
Would this be a locksmith based with strength?
That's a good question.
Using a crowbar?
Yeah, let's do that, actually. I like that approach, since you're really just trying to force it open.
1 success?
You guys just cannot get that cabinet open.
I'm on my way into this building. So, Haunted House is going to open the back door of the van and tell his Nissan Doberman to follow him on autopilot while he gets out of the van.
All right.
And heads into the building.
Give me a perception test for Haunted House.
2 successes.
All right. As you get up to the door, you notice that the hallway that leads down that you've seen before, and everybody went down this hallway to get to the stairs to the basement. As you get close to the door, you can see in. There are 2 people now that are set up at the end of that hallway, looking down the hallway that are basically, one of the guys is holding a gun, pointing it down the hallway. The other is a female, and she's kind of crouched behind and kind of peeking down the hallway.
Hostiles incoming. I'm approaching them from behind.
They're not moving. They're sitting there. It looks like they're waiting.
I use sneak instead to just try to sneak into the building from outside through the front door.
All right, you're in the building now. You seem to be fairly confident that they haven't noticed you, but you're in the building right now. They're still looking down the hallway, and they're whispering to each other like they're saying, "Do you see him? Do you see him? No. Just wait here. Just wait here. We'll catch them when they come up."
I'm going to point my Ingram Smart Gun X directly at the female, and I'm going to send a command to my drone and tell it to point its HK-227 at the male.
Okay.
And once we both have our weapons aimed, I'm going to send a command, or I'm going to send a message through comm links to the rest of the group saying, ambush at the top of the stairs, remain in the basement.
Yonkers size drops the crowbar and picks up his Mossberg and starts walking towards the staircase.
Okay.